Okay, our next video is called The Rise of TikTok Zinfluencers. I've heard of Zyn, but I don't know what Zyn is, and I don't know what it's for exactly. Like, I don't know if it's like a tobacco or like a thing to stop you get off of nicotine. I don't know what it is. I saw this video on YouTube and I was like, might be an interesting video to watch and learn about Zyn. And yeah, so let's get into it. And it's brought to you by, let's see, Shirashiraonthewall. Here we go.
Do you know what a Zimbabwe is? No, not the country in southern Africa, but a Zimbabwe. No? What about a Zinachino? A lip pillow? An African shuggie? An Osama Bin Laden? No? Well, let me introduce you to the wild world of nicotine pouches, better known as Zyns, and all of the influencers, or Zinfluencers, who have decided to make it their entire personality. Zyns are these little white packets of joy filled with flavored nicotine. They are designed to be tucked under your lip.
So, hold on. Let's go back. I was listening, but I was also fixing my green screen. Let's go back. It's what?
Influencers, who have decided to make it their entire personality. Zyns are these little white packets of joy filled with flavored nicotine. They are designed to be tucked under your lip and moving the biz better known as
Good morning.
So like dip? Is it like dip? Is it kind of like dip? If you know what dip is, you know it's kind of like that. Like
No. You put it on your lip. Morning, boys. Popping a little.
These little white packets have recently become all of the rage among Gen Z TikTok users. Even so, that an entire subculture has blossomed around them, along with its own humor, language, and slang.
Holy fucking Indiana Jones, Monica Lewinsky, Bill Clinton tech? Is that SNL lip pillies? Are you kidding me? Duela can be paleys, like I'm playing MW2 Duela can be models to the dome piece, buddy. Where's your head? I don't even know. Call me Dracula, buddy. Little double ripper, double decker, like we're taking a tour bus in New York City. Are you kidding me? Upper deckies.
If the Zyns don't give you cancer.
this is quite cringe. Are people actually doing this? Is this what's going on in the world right now? Is this what's trending? Is this what's new? Like, is it that good? I don't know. I don't use nicotine, so.
These videos sure will. This young gentleman that you just had the displeasure of seeing on your screen is our first Zinfluencer of the day, and his name is Freezer Tarps. And while there's lots of people who casually make one-off videos about Zyns or live stream with Zyns in the background,
come and take it, motherfucker. Come and take it, motherfucker. Ain't nobody's gonna tell me how to live.
Yeah, that's the same face I'm making right now.
Influencers like Freezer Tarps have built entire empires with millions of followers, dedicating themselves almost exclusively to creating content about Zyns for free. Not sponsored.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could rip upper decky zinnies, upper decky lip pillows, Ferda. Hey Phineas, why is your head shaped like a isosceles triangle, you loser, buddy? You're literally off an Addy Rain, your mitts are shaking like hedgeloves, buddy.
Supposedly, Freezer Tarps here makes content aimed at adults. And with his interview with the New York Times, he even said that 95% of his audience.
How did you get an interview with the New York Times for doing Zyn? You get an interview with the New York Times for doing Zyn. Wow. Interesting times we're living in.
Are over the age of 18. So please tell me why there is a video out there of him pretending to be a 6th grader who needs a jolt of nicotine before a spelling bee.
Please, Mrs. Johnson, can we please go? Get rippers in the bathroom. Elsa, you're kind of a MILF. Brett just called Mrs. Johnson a MILF. W-Riz, side-eye, how's your mother? I'm sorry, Mrs. Johnson, I was just speaking what came to my dome piece and I can't help but say it. Something like Baru. Brett, relax, pal. Mrs. J, can we please go rip?
Now, Creeper Tarps, I'm sorry, Freezer Tarps here is also an entrepreneur. How? Because not only does he sell his own Zyn-inspired merch, but he's also launched his own line of mouth pouches known as upper deckies. Now they look just like Zyn's, but instead of being filled with nicotine, they are filled with caffeine. Which is funny because, like, if you need caffeine, just have a cup of coffee or, you know, some tea if you're British. But clearly, you see, I'm not the target demographic here because my age assumes that I have a cup of coffee every morning. But kids who have never sipped a latte in their lives, well, these pouches might be perfect for them, okay?
Deck the halls with upper deckies, buddies built like a pretzel rod. How is your mother? Top shelf. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Upper deckies, orange creamsicle. These things are ridiculous, low-key. Locking into a 15-hour ranked catch. Capiche?
And isn't it convenient that these little nicotine pouches are completely legal to sell to minors? You know, unlike nicotine pouches. Surely Freezer Tarps wouldn't be, you know, exploiting young kids' desire to fit in and mimic their favorite influencers like Freezer Tarps, right? Right?
Hey, Dad!
Exploiting young kids' desire to fit in and mimic their favorite influencers like Freezer Tarps, right? Right?
Hey, Dad!
When I toss a upper decky Benjamin Frank Zimbabwe gum, oh my goodness, what is this? Like, I don't. I don't even feel like this is worth reading. Like, who's this made for? Like, who's the target audience he's trying to reach? Stoners. Who's he trying to reach with this type of writing? Like, who?
I'd also like to add that Freezer Tarps here is an avid live streamer on my favorite blood money live streaming platform, Kick.com, which is owned by Stake.com, the biggest gambling website in the world. So Mr. Tarps isn't just encouraging a lifelong nicotine addiction, he's also asking you to double down and roll the dice on a little gambling habit. Because why stop at one vice when you could collect the whole set?
See if this pigeon's dealing any hands. Come on, boys. Whoa, he did some weird tech. 10. Oh my god. It's alright.
And while you're at it, make sure to steal your mom's credit card and use the code CHETTY at checkout. But don't worry, Zinfluencers aren't all about promoting nicotine to children. Sometimes they're really into arts and crafts. I mean, they got the boys making epoxy tables, the Leaning Tower of Ziza, a 911, and a Zinc, which is, you know, like a tank, but for losers. The Zinfluencers also seem to be really into making fairy lights. Like, way.
I have a question. I don't know if you're gonna mention this in the video, but I have a question. What does this do to your body over time? What are the side effects to this? I know it's nicotine, but what is the side effects to this? What are the side effects? Who's gonna tell you?
Too into making fairy lights. Because nothing says romance like some upcycled nicotine pouches. Am I right, ladies? Well, the ladies aren't any better because they're out here making Zyn bouquets and Zyn cakes for their boyfriends. I mean, we love a supportive girlfriend. Well, that's until they have to clean up.
Life is funny. One day you're nervous for the first date. The next you're picking up his used Zyn pouches off of every surface in the house.
But behind the bright lights of upcycled nicotine pouches lies a hard truth. And that's the fact that nicotine pouches aren't very good for you. And they might give you some receding gums.
I have receding gums. Can you see? Oh, sorry, this one is Zyn. That's probably why my gums are receding.
If you've ever seen these before, Zyn.
What are the other side effects?
are these flavored tobacco-free pouches that are meant to induce relaxation because the active ingredient is still nicotine. Pouches are meant to be put between the lip and the gum like Emma was showing, and it releases nicotine, which is then absorbed into the oral mucosa, kind of like this. Now the problem is that the active ingredient is still nicotine, so when you hold this against your gums for a prolonged period of time, it can actually constrict blood flow and cause recession, which unfortunately cannot be reversed, so Emma may be looking at getting a gum graft in the future. A gum graft is a procedure done by a periodontist, so if you look at this recession over here, they would take a little piece of gum tissue from the roof of the mouth and then do a procedure where they place it right over the recessed area. This is after a gum graft where the little piece has now become one with the rest of the gums.
The worst part of this for me is
Okay, before you start, Shira, I want to point out, when you do that procedure, does your gum, on the top of your gum, does it heal back to what it originally was, or what? Because, I mean, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not in the medical field, I just want to know, like, how does that work exactly?
I know for a fact that most health insurances in America don't even cover dental, and especially the young adult demographic of Zyn users probably don't have like the top healthcare cover, so they're just wreaking havoc on their teeth and on their wallets. But if you are going to do Zyns, for the love of God, please don't shove them up your butt. Oh man, I wish I was joking.
Please tell me no one actually did that. Please tell me. Please tell me. Nobody actually did that.
Okay, people are lodging nicotine pouches in their buttholes and foreskins for a buzz.
Why?
Health experts.
Why? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that? Like, what does that do to you? When you do stuff like that, what does that do? Please tell me. What does that do for you? Sounds crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Warned it can cause skin damage and lead to addiction. Oh yeah, and also don't drench them in deer blood. Zyn soaked in deer blood. Don't fade this biohack. Biohack. Oh, that's how we're calling this? The content of the blood, especially in wild game, renders it a very powerful nootropic. Even more so when reacting with nicotine. Nutrient dense and saves the digestive system energy. Why do you think endochrome is a thing? Doctors have warned that engaging in this odd wellness hack could expose you to terrifying zombie deer disease, a growing threat in the US. The lethal condition known medically as chronic wasting disease causes deer to develop zombie-like symptoms like fatigue, disinterest in food, drooling, and difficulties in walking. Some authorities have warned that it's possible that the disease may pass from animals to humans following contact with blood or tissue from a sick deer. Can we not start the zombie apocalypse, please? Thanks. But even if you use nicotine pouches as directed, there's still a mystery box of dangers that we haven't even discovered yet. I mean, smoking risks took literally decades to become common knowledge, and it will be exactly the same with Zyns. And already they're linked to heart issues like hypertension and heart disease. But despite the known dangers, Zinfluencers online continue to hype the product up, and some even going as far as claiming that they possess magical abilities. And one of those influencers is called Daddy Wellness.
Holy shit, is that a pheasant? Is that an eagle? Is that a falcon? Oh no, it's a little sugar glider coming straight to my lower deck. Some like
That's cringe.
to pray, some like to meditate. I like to do a little African sugar sunset.
Okay, so like, people who do Zyn, and I guess are Zinfluencers, why not cringe? Like, why? Is this like a marketing scheme? Who's behind this? Big Tobacco? Is Big Tobacco behind this? Are they like paying influencers to be cringe and promote this product? Let me know. Is there money in Big Tobacco, like, for influencers? Because I know, like, for gambling, I mean, there is, but, like, tobacco?
Walk as I look at the birds, look at the squirrels, and feel the breeze hit my forehead. Arrivederci.
Now, Daddy Wellness here is a self-proclaimed healthy degenerates, who's captured the hearts of nearly 1 million followers across TikTok and Instagram. But what sets him apart from other wellness influencers? His relentless devotion to promoting Zyns. Because nothing screams wellness like a minty nicotine pouch, right?
The question that everyone's been asking, what are African Shuggies, Zinchinos, Zimbabwe's? The biggest lesson of the year. Today's lesson is a deep dive on African Shuggies, aka the Bobway SWOT analysis. What are African Shuggies and where do they come from? The African sugarcane comes from the country neighboring Zambia. It is a small cotton pouch with a little bit of nicotine salt called the Bobway sugar. You must become 21 years of age to become part of the tribe. Now moving on to the SWOT analysis, starting with the strengths. 24/7, dialed, laser focus. You don't need food for survival. They taste fantastic and your Johnson will grow by a 1/4 inch. You also might start buzzing and shaking on the ground like a tweaker. Secondly, moving on to the weaknesses. If you are not prepared to consume African sugar with coffee, you might experience periodic sharding. Addiction is a serious risk when it comes to Bobways, and also they are very expensive, the world's most expensive sugar. This can run you a lot of money depending on how many tins you're consuming every single week. Thirdly, moving on to the opportunities. Rockets will be on their knees. Be careful with this one. You also save the lungs and you become eligible for the Zimbabwe passport as soon as you make your first purchase. And last and least importantly, the threats. There are none. You become lethal.
I love how the only risks Daddy Wellness mentions are cost, addiction, and sharding. Talk about a slap in the face after decades of anti-smoking ads. But don't worry, Daddy Wellness isn't the only one spreading questionable information, because the top Zinfluencer, none other than the former Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson, has claimed that Zyns have cured his erectile dysfunction.
Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, what? There's no way. You gotta be making that up. Like, there's no way. That's not possible. It's not true. It's not even backed by science. Before I finish what she's about to say, before I press play, it's not even backed by science. That can't be true. That can't be true.
Yeah, but the truth is Zyn is a powerful work enhancer and also a male enhancer, if you know what I mean.
Really? Talking erection, huh?
Yep. There's no election fraud with Zyn.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want a Zyn supported wiener, you know? I don't know.
I think you do.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you want people to get addicted to it.
Just close your eyes.
Oh, damn.
It's like that.
That's the neighbor saying, hey, it's real quiet over there.
Just whack it on the nightstand.
Oh.
Now, I'm no expert on erectile dysfunction. I know that it's something that all men experience at some point in their lives, and there's no shame in getting some help for it. Like, maybe try putting on a video for some inspiration. Like, Tucker, I hear you're really into those sexy M&Ms.
The green M&M, you will notice, is no longer wearing sexy boots. Now she's wearing sensible sneakers. The other big change is that the brown M&M has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also less sexy. M&Ms will not be...
Please tell me this wasn't an actual day on the news. Holy crud. Please tell me he was not legitimately talking about M&M's live on news, specifically Fox News. Please. I don't even watch Fox News, but it's the idea that he took his time out of his day, out of his week, out the month to talk about this. This must have been dear to his heart. For him to talk about how the M&Ms are becoming less sexy. It's crazy. What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous.
Please tell me he's not gooning to M&Ms. Please tell me.
Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them.
Now, Tucker Carlson here has actually become quite a prominent figure within the Zyniverse. And while Philip Morris International, the parent company of Zyns, has never officially endorsed any influencers or celebrities.
Okay, so they haven't. So yeah, I was thinking because, like I said earlier about do they pay influencers to promote this, or they just doing it for the love of the game right now? Like that's how much love they have for Zyn, because like I just can't imagine all that. So I just thought maybe Big Tobacco was paying her, but guess not.
Tucker has taken it upon himself to become the
I mean, they're all taking it upon themselves at this point.
brand's unofficial spokesperson. I mean, he's mentioned his love for Zyns in so many podcasts and interviews that people now call him Tucker Carlson.
A boy that one of my daughters was dating, New Year's 2020, was at my house, and he pulls this out. I'm like, what is that? He goes, it's the future. It's a non-tobacco nicotine delivery device where you get all the whole grain goodness of nicotine, but none of the downside, none of the carcinogens. And I was like, I think I'm all in. So we drove to 7-Eleven and I stocked up. I got all the different flavors, coffee. They have a lot of intriguing flavors, I would say, but I stuck with spearmint, and it's been a massive life enhancer. I'd really recommend it to you.
It's just funny how like many people, like our audience and probably yours too, just will get behind you just because of that.
Our audience probably throws in Zyn bombs like crazy.
Don't get me going. So I use it, every second I'm awake and in bed. I'm not embarrassed of it.
You sleep with one in or no?
I don't, because I don't want to choke on it. But seconds I read in bed. So seconds before I fall asleep, I take it out. I've never had one of my dogs eat a Zyn pouch, though I'm not against it, because I think they would like it.
It's really troubling that Tucker thinks that his dogs would enjoy the nicotine pouches, because tobacco products are actually super toxic for cats and dogs, and nicotine pouches specifically have a dash of xylitol, which is lethal for dogs. So no, Tucker, your dog would not enjoy eating your Zyn pouches. But hey, in the wild Zyniverse, animal abuse seems to be actually common practice.
You got it? There we go. There we go.
Animal cruelty.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's not healthy. That's not good for any animal.
Isn't funny at all, man. You must be fun at parties. I don't know what parties you guys go to. Oh, and another one.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Killed a fish for a few likes on IG. So cool, bro. It was very entertaining and was indeed pretty cool. Was worth the few likes, on God. Okay. Y'all a bunch of liberals. It's just a Zyn. And it's empty. I didn't realize that not enjoying pollution and a touch of animal cruelty makes me a liberal. That says more about you than it does about me, honey, okay? Now, I could spend this entire video bombarding you with countless examples of Zynophiles handing animals Zyns just to rack up some internet likes. But we would be here forever. So if you are curious, check out the meme account Zimbabwe Club, run by none other than Freezer Tarps. He loves posting animal cruelty content in order to promote his upper decky pouches. But why stop at animals when you could influence a whole new generation of future consumers? That's where the very popular Nelk Boys with over 8 million subscribers on YouTube alone come in. Right before Christmas, they uploaded this video over 4 times before it was finally deemed inappropriate for people under the age of 18.
What is that? Gentlemen, you've lost control. This is the greatest day. Do you mind if I run for it? This is incredible, gentlemen. I stand in awe before this. This is a conventional tin of Zyn. This is the largest Zyn tin in the world. The volume of nicotine in here could save the world. There's enough nicotine in this container to alter the course of history.
That's how you negotiate a ceasefire.
100%. And just drop this in, and everyone's like, you know what? I'll calm down.
Fun fact, about 10% of the Nelk Boys audience is under the age of 18. That's over 800,000 kids that might have seen and been influenced by this clip, or all of the clones of it on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I mean, who doesn't love seeing little kids develop a lifelong nicotine addiction that might decrease their lifespan? Anyway, join my Discord, follow me on Instagram.
Okay. That was Shirashiraonthewall, the rise of TikTok's Zinfluencers. And I want to say this, for all the kids out there in the world, do not do nicotine. Do not pick up Zyn. Do not vape. Do not smoke cigarettes. Please, it's not good for your health. I don't think that this should be a, I get that adults my age, we do things, but I don't like the idea that it being on certain platforms where children have access to, and knowing that you as an influencer or content creator, that your audience are underage, I don't think you should be promoting things like that. I wouldn't promote things like that. If I knew that I have like a young audience, I wouldn't promote stuff like that. And I honestly think that that's like the worst thing you could do, is showing young adults, young children that are in middle school, high school, even elementary, bad habits, bad vices. No, you shouldn't do that. I honestly don't think so. But that's the video. Again, Shirashiraonthewall, the rise of TikTok and Zinfluencers. I wonder what's next. It's a crazy world out there.